Welcome back to Panther Sports Talk. UNI football team coming off a dominant victory at South Dakota, and let's take a look at where we are. The semester's at midterm, so academically they're halfway through with the semester. You're 6 games in, 5 more remaining in the regular season, 2-1 in conference. Talk about where this team is right now and as you look for that final push in the second half of the schedule.
Well, we're in position. We're on the back half of the schedule. We've been on the road 4 of 6 games. So when I look at that and seeing the wins that we've had and seeing the people that we've lost to, I think what I really look at is we were inconsistent in some of those games against some great teams. With a little more consistency, we may have those wins, but yet at the same time, it's part of the game. So as we go into the back half of the season now the pendulum swings so we get more home games. We need to show sustainability. We need to show growth. This is the time of year that some teams begin to grow and take off and other teams start to flatten out. And this is the one that we need to be one of those teams that grows.
It's been fun the last several years. It seems like the Panthers have been the program that makes that run, gaining that momentum down the home stretch here.
Well, it's how you try to build a program, at least what you try to look for way back from August, how you sustain it through December. But it comes down to the players. The players really have to get stronger as the play goes on, as the game goes on, as the season goes on. And that takes some endurance, but it really takes a mindset to be that strong at the end of the season.
Offensively, putting up a lot of points the last couple weeks, Coach.
Feel good because of the balance. I think our tight ends are doing excellent, our offensive line, 2 running backs, a group of receivers that really found themselves here in the last month, and a quarterback that's really playing well with some confidence. So we just need to continue that and find ways to improve. And then our defense has to get more consistent because the defense has to match the offense and really keep people under 20 points.
In your defense, they're going up against some potent offenses in the last couple of weeks, and then a tough one this week for homecoming with South Dakota.
Well, it really is. People are putting up some serious points out here, and there's some good players in this league. But just looking at last week, very pleased with how our defense getting the 5 sacks against a top 10 throwing offense in FCS football, how our secondary played. Christian Jagan got to start for the first time, was a player of the game for us. So a lot of good things are happening, but ultimately it's where you're at the end of the season.
Coming up, we have a story on Seth Thomas. Talk about how he is an integral part of that D line.
Well, he's an integral part of UNI football because he knows UNI football, he cares about UNI football. So when other people aren't around, he's the one that is all about UNI football. So when they're sitting in their living rooms, if they're sitting in the locker room, if they're sitting in the weight room, he's that constant force there that is always very prideful of our program and is always keeping a watch on our program.
Brad Wells brings us a special story on Seth Thomas.